my channel, Blue Lotus Gardens. How are y'all doing today? Hope everyone's doing well out there. Today we are going to talk about the Cissus Discolor. I really wanted to talk about this one. As you know, I don't know if you all know this, but if you do or if you don't, I really love begonias. Those are just something that I really am attracted to. I really like how funky they are. They're showy leaves. It's just, I like it. It's very attractive to me. To the grape family, and it is the genus Cissus, most popular being Cissus rumbifolia, which is grape ivy. So also, due to the interesting pattern that it has, it is often mistaken by a Rex Begonia, but it is not. Don't be fooled by it. Requirements like a begonia, so I understand where people would get that. And I've always really liked these. I love them on trellises, and I love them as hanging baskets. So I'm just really excited that I get to work with this, and I'm going to propagate it. I'm going to save as much as I can from the inner plant, and we're learning this together. I saw a lot of videos on it. I've read a little bit about it, and so I'm just really excited to see what we could do. I just want to point out, guys, like my Alocasia Regal Shields is that's like #1 right there. I just love it. I love how big it's gotten. I love how huge it's getting. Like, I set up my area a little bit better, so I'm gonna do a new update. I'm trying to fix the area a little bit more. I really like wood paneling and wood, so that's why you see that in the background. And then also there's like, those are just like some of my designs that I'm going to work on, like DIYs and fun little things that I like to do. But yeah, so we're going to get started. I'm going to show y'all how I would save this plant based on the knowledge that I know, and also just from, it's like almost intuitive at times. I think most of y'all probably have found that little intuitiveness as well with your plants, due with the past year and everybody just being inside a lot. So let's get started, and I'm going to show y'all how to do it. Okay, so I brought some water, and then to water propagate it in, and then also some sphagnum moss. I think this is gonna be cool. I'm gonna pop it in at night with my my high humidity needing plants that need to be, because sometimes this room gets a little cold and that doesn't do well with them at times. And then I also have my scissors in water and alcohol disinfectant, so that way we don't carry any diseases to the plant. So when I look at a plant and I want to rescue it, I try to first see the way it is. So we'll see the soil. The soil is a little bit on the more moist side, so I'm just gonna not mess with the soil and just let it be. My kind of from my own self knowledge on rescuing plants. If you want to cut back a vine, you want to cut it back to where there is like diseased or dead foliage or the stem, and then also you'll see new growth, and I'll show you guys what I mean about that. This one would be a good example, like right here. I would cut it right under here, underneath this node. I'll cut it like all the way over here, and then from here it'll branch out. But there's new growth already emerging from that. So and then I'll show you as long throughout the way that I'm cutting and stuff. Some of it just becomes intuitive at times, and then some of it is just based on like how other plants have responded. Most other plants have responded. And as we're cutting it, so I see this green stem right here. This green stem shows that it's still pretty healthy. So we're just going to keep him like that and know that it'll, since we trimmed that one off, it'll want to branch out and produce another stem. One really long, leggy stem. And so we're going to want to trim it back a little bit. And cut this off. Could actually cut it back all the way over here. We could cut it all the way back from there because there's new growth emerging from it. So take that out the way. Stem right here. They want to go upwards, as you see. And then there's like new growth emerging from here. So we don't want to disturb anything from here, and we just want to leave him alone. Leave that alone right there. This needs to be cut back. So sometimes when there's like a plant with this heavy of unsure of what to do with its legginess and different types of problems with it, that you just kind of want to think of the whole plant. Well, I personally think of the whole plant and what it needs really, and what it needs is to be trimmed back and watered afterwards. And from watering it, the water will go through the roots, cause it to give it some energy and give it that nice new growth that it needs. That's the intuitive part of that I'm talking about. The best way I could describe it, after a while, you just kind of like start seeing your plant, and you're like, okay, I now understand you. So I need to move my cuttings out the way. So there's like new growth right here, right? And I'm cutting it back because it was just a little bit dead on the tip of it, and it looked almost diseased, so I just wanted to cut it back that way. Safety first. Here, there's new growth here, here, and here, so I'm just going to leave it alone. There's this little black spot. We're just leaving that alone. Okay. That. This is a dried up stem right here, so I'm going to cut this back. Look at those huge leaves. Aren't they just pretty? It's like my palm right there. Leaf comparison, palm. So you probably want to, if you want to water propagate these, you can, I'll show you how to cut it. So you'll want to cut it from right over here. I'm just putting them in water. There's 2. You're not going to get anything out of this, so best to put in like the plant decompose where all the other plants go. This is not going to work either, so you can try, but I don't suggest doing it. I've tried a lot of very different propagations and it's just not the best. It's really nice of us trying to, but sometimes it's best not to. This would be a good one to try. You could do this, like if you have this kind of problem, I call it problem. I wanted actually more propagations out of this. And you can trim this back a little bit more because it will grow more, so I'll show you how to take more propagations. Trimming it all the way back to where you see new growth is a good example of doing so, like this one. This one I'm actually going to try and put in sphagnum because I see this little new growth on it. And so by placing it in here, it's not going to damage the plant and I can keep it moist and it'll root. So that's what I did. Some more for the sphagnum moss. So what I'm doing is burying the stem all the way to the bottom and then just covering it with some sphagnum. And then, whoop, wrong one. They all look the same. Where'd he go? I'm trying to save you, buddy. Okay. Right over here. Okay. Yeah. And so here is my Cissus Discolor in sphagnum moss. I have 3 of them and 4 in water. I'm actually going to put a couple more in water. They're pretty fast growing, so it's fine. And it'll give the chance to like grow back. Also, how do y'all like my shirt? I got this actually one of our local plant shops in Bishop Arts for my birthday a while back. I love it there. It's just they're just really cool there. I actually get my soil from there, so. I think soil is really important, and having really good soil, especially soil that, you know, like sometimes we want a little bit more like a cost-effective soil, and it's really, it's pretty affordable, and it comes with a lot of like really good stuff in it. So. This one is just pretty much done for too. So cut him back. I'm trying to leave some good amount of leaf on there so that way it gets some photosynthesis going on. Get some good stuff going. Alright everyone, thank you so much for joining me today. I really hope y'all liked this video. I hope y'all had a good time, enjoyed it. I hope to see y'all some more. Remember to follow me and subscribe. I'll also list my social media so y'all can follow me and my little adventure and my and for updates and more. Y'all stay safe out there. Peace. Bye everyone.